We need to talk about my neighbors in this neighborhood. Why, oh why, are there 18 different trucks parked out of in front of every single house? Why is this happening? I just don't get it. Why is this happening? It's like a housing crisis, and I think it needs to be addressed more. It just makes me very frustrated to see all these cars in the street. Now, it's difficult for me to drive into the street because it's like an obstacle course. I have to go, this one car is on the side of the, why are there cars parked out on the street? There's one car here, there's one car here. It's awful. The street should be empty and clear, except if you're dropping someone off or something like that. It should be, tree lined and clean, and it's not like that at all. It's just one Ford F-150 here and one Ford F-250 here. There's way too much. I don't know if this is just a Texas thing, but it's driving me crazy. And it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. The problem is there's too many people living in each house. That's the problem. That's the big problem. I don't know why they think they're too good to get like an apartment. I was in an apartment for 20 years and I didn't complain about it. There's no reason for this many people to be in each house on the street. There's got to be like 30 people per house at this point. I can't even, I've lost count. And it's ridiculous. These houses were not meant for that. They're single family homes. I think even 2 people is a little too much. I've got this house, but of course it's just for the duck. That's the way it should be. But there, maybe 2 people can fit in a house. It's hard to believe that there's as many people in these other houses in this neighborhood as there are, but it's true. I don't know why. I don't know when these houses became multi-generational or whatever, but I think it's just too much for the house. These houses weren't built like that. The thing that bothers me is that people complain, oh, there's hail damage and my car got hailed on. Well, my question is, why wasn't your car in the garage? Why wasn't it in the garage? Oh, well, it couldn't be in the garage. That's where our storage is. Well, why do you have your storage there instead of in the closets for each individual room? Oh, because we've got 14 people living in each room. Well, there's your problem. There's your problem right there. The problem is there's too many people in the house, and the house, it doesn't fit. It's like physics. For every action, there is an equal reaction, and the houses are just too full of people that it's spilling out onto the streets in these, ridiculous amount of cars out there. And then people also complain, oh, someone came and opened up my car door and took money out of the middle console, or they took the radio. I don't know what the problem is. Well, why is your car just sitting outside? Why was it just sitting out there with the doors open and everything? I don't know. I just don't see why people are complaining that their cars are left out in the elements when they're literally left out there in the elements. Bring them in. Bring them in. Get rid of all of that junk you have in your garage. Your garage is for your cars. It's not for all of your boxes and your baby clothes and turn it into a mother-in-law room. None of that is what it's supposed to be. It's a garage. It's for cars. That's where they go. There shouldn't be any cars or any junk out in your front yard at all. Upstairs or wherever your rooms are, those should be filled with one person, maybe 2 people in the whole house. That, like I said, is pushing it. You should have room for your piano, a stuffed peep. I would say those are all good uses for the house. But 36 people living in every house is ridiculous, and some of them need to move out and be on their own and find a nice apartment somewhere and pay their dues to the world, and then eventually they will get a house like the quack house, like the duck's house. I don't know. That's my opinion, but it's driving me crazy because I can't get to my house because the whole street has become, instead of a street, it's now a parking lot because that's what people think it is. And it's ridiculous, and I want it to stop immediately. Anyway, thanks for listening to my story, and we'll see you next time.